Hello and welcome into the Sorare Data Show. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Listening to that intro music, and I think I'm starting to agree with Gator Guy that it's just not, it's like not bouncy enough. I'm not excited. It's just like, oh, it's a cool beat. And I think I just put it in there because I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I think it was Sorare Down Under, Alistair, who said he really liked it. And I like the beat too, but I feel like the intros need to be a little more exciting than that. So that might be the last time you hear that one. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming in. Rude, Malky, and Pico Player on the podium. Congratulations, you three. Rude said Kohler's assist for the 2-0 is definitely worth a copyright warning. If we find it, maybe I'll pull it. I actually haven't even seen it. So yeah, maybe it is. Stefan, what's up? Into Rosie. I think you should start 30 minutes earlier to get me through the rest of this workday. Oh, my apologies. That was about 30. It's exactly 30 minutes ago. But I remember the last time that I tried to start early, it was like 1 minute early and I forgot to play the intro. I messed up the actual introduction and there was something else that went wrong. And I was just like, I'm just not made to do it. And Mikey Baston calling me out that I was late, which I don't think I was. I think I was right on time. D1872, what's up? Ehab? Ihab? That's what I would say. Ehab, I would. Anyway. Interesting said, it sounds like something from 8 Mile. Oh, that's funny. I could see that. But yeah, it's not right. Yeah, it is a bit bland. I agree. All right. So that's the last time you'll hear it, at least on this show. Gia said funeral music should start bad financial investment advice shows. Well, if you watch any bad financial investment advice shows, then you should tell them. But that's not what we do here. Surface, what's up? Sean Kennedy, appreciate you coming in. Kev Hurd, what's up? It's limited time only. We're going to talk about some limited cards today, mostly mine, because that's just what happens now on this show. There were some unfortunate situations this weekend that I'm bummed about. Simple as that. And it's kind of like what happens with Sorare sometimes that you. Mike said, so use that intro for the Challenger show. That's a good. You got me, Mike. You got me. This is basically, well, it's a Contender show. And there were some disastrous results in Contender this week for me. And so you're right. Maybe it was the appropriate music, but hopefully not the start to a prolonged negativity towards these competitions. Because obviously I can't stay upset for very long. Blue Tomatoes, that's right. No Sean today. I was going to reach out to him and because he was supposed to come on, or I was hoping he'd come on last week. And I'm going to wait mostly because it's possible that a lot of his concerns are addressed in the gameplay update that is happening tomorrow. If you're watching this on Monday, that gameplay update is coming tomorrow. Apparently right after the deadline. Who knows what that means? But Harry and I will be live at 6 p.m. Central European time, 5 p.m. in the UK, 12 Eastern. And we're going to talk about it. So Paolo said, can we get a group chat after the announcement tomorrow? We need PSU reaction. Yeah, I'll see if Sean's available. Let's see. Let's start with a fortunate situation, JPH to Budo. Yeah, let's go. That's big. Unfortunately, Zinc gone, but yeah, JPH Budo. Unfortunately, no in-season cards, but that's the one classic Contender forward we need. And yeah, let's go. So I can't remember how much I went into my lineups last week, but I think I reviewed them on Thursday. I did the solo show. I don't even remember what the topic was. Let me look very quickly here. Last Thursday was the Sorare price of love. That's right. When I talked about basically all the money I lit on fire with Midgeland, and the part of that included going into my Challenger lineups because Midgeland are in Challenger. Excuse me, Challenger. I almost did it. A lot of people in the Sorare Scandinavia Discord are hoping that the Danish Superliga is pushed down to Contender in this new gameplay update. And frankly, I don't know why. I don't know why they want this. I think part of it is because they're like, oh, now I'll have like better cards in Contender. But a lot of those people have Contender cards already, so they're almost like just asking to have like extra cards for Contender, which I don't know why you would want that if you have them available in Challenger and Contender. Toby's on my side here. Just keep them in Challenger. It also doesn't, I don't think it really moves the needle much. Like they only have 2 Danish Superliga teams that are currently minted. And so moving them to Contender, like, I just feel like it doesn't do much. On the flip side, I guess you could argue like it doesn't do much. So like just move them. But I don't know. We'll see. But I did go through my lineups, and actually maybe I'll even pull up the lineup builder because that will delay the disappointment slightly. Let me see. I don't think I changed many of them going into the weekend. So these were the lineups that I played, and I want to almost apologize for one of them, which I'll get to in a little bit. But news came out that Henrik van Krombrugge, who is the regular starting goalkeeper for Genk, was going to be most likely out because of some back pain. And I don't know if that's back pain from Mike Penders basically trying to kick him in the back so that he could get the starting job. But either way, I ended up playing Penders in this Genk stack lineup. Mike Penders, Matt Smets, Jarny Stukers, and Joris Kayembe. Maybe it's Joris, I don't know. Those were the Genk guys. And then I had my boy Doguchan Haspelat in midfield. And I actually don't even have a Brian Hainan, and Brian Hainan, sorry to spoil it, absolutely crushed this weekend. And so theoretically, if I wanted to full stack Genk, I probably would have included him. Although I feel like Haspelat it's certainly in this matchup that's home against, is that St. Truiden? I always get St. Truiden. Yeah, it is. And Walwick logos mixed up when they're really small like that. I don't know why. Crests, sorry if they're not logos. But anyway, I went with this. And if you watched my stream about how this Genk collection kind of came about, part of it was that I won this Mike Penders earlier in the season, I think as a tier 2. And I remember being immediately furious about it because I knew that he was not going to be the starter this season. And it's kind of like one of the frustrating things about winning cards, and I hate to like put it this way because winning cards directly is very hard these days, but one of the problems is when you win a card as a tier 2 and like value wise, like maybe it makes sense, but if you can't use it, and that was the issue with Penders here. So if you notice, it was game week 1. I won him. Yeah, I finished 53rd in season Division 3. Now, should I expect a good reward by finishing 53rd in a classic competition in Division 3? Maybe not. But it was a tier 2, and it was like, hey, that's cool. And I can't remember correctly. Did Penders start the first game of the season? So he started the first 2 games. I don't remember if HVC was out. I mean, I guess we could look. He obviously didn't play very well. Van Krombrugge, here we go. I guess he was on the bench. I think the expectation was that Van Krombrugge was going to get the job. And if you notice, if you notice kind of on the price chart for Penders at the beginning of the season, I guess there was kind of an expectation that he was going to start. I mean, this was the 23 of 1,000 sold for $73. And so really, should I be complaining that I won this card as a tier 2? And so I won this card. What was the date of this one? August 20th. So, I mean, basically the issue is that he wasn't a tier 3 rising to a tier 2. He was clearly higher than that and falling drastically. So on 8/20, he sold for like $11, which maybe that's just fair value. The problem is that it was only going to go down because he wasn't going to start. Did I say game week 1? Now I'm just curious what my lineup was. This is what you do. This is how you get down Sorare data rabbit holes. So game week 1, Challenger. Here we go. Here was the lineup. Speaking of the Danish Superliga, Patrick Pence. This is a limited lineup here. As you'll notice, for those of you who can see it, for those who can't, it was a Patrick Pence limited card, a Pavel Bolshevitz super rare, Mohamed El Nasi captain rare card, Nicholas Madsen super rare, and Aral Simsir limited. Jersey mint, mind you. That's the Jersey mint right there. Gotta love it. And this Madsen's a 1 of 10. Let's go. Anyway, so that's kind of an absurd lineup and obviously a throwaway. I don't know why I played Elianasi here. That seems egregious, but I mean, it was a long time ago, so who knows? But anyway, so I won this Penders, haven't played it ever until this game week. And so I played that one. I decided to go with the Gank stack basically in Division 2, which was my highest division lineup. In Division 3, I played a Gent defensive stack, Davy Rofe and Tsuyoshi Watanabe, excuse me. Toby said you deserved a crap reward for captaining Moy over Simsir. That's not fair. That's not fair. Anyway, I also played Zakaria El Awadi from Genk as my midfield spot, the GOAT, Jacob Briam. And it became clear, or not became clear, but Mats Kohler was back in full training. And so I decided to play him as well. I think he'd been out for a little bit, which is why not everybody thought he was going to start. We had 90% confidence in this one as opposed to 100 for the others, but I thought he was going to be good. And then I played my Sparta defensive stack in Division 4 with another Genk player, Ibrahima Bangora, who I believe did not start. And then Delord Sniper from my Gent collection. And then I have this Mats Kohler super rare, which I've had for years. I bought it. I'm pretty sure I bought it for cap 240. Although I feel like I've had it longer than that. Maybe I just thought he was a good, like, rare pro player for a while. And so I bought it a long time ago. It's level 20. Can I click that? No, I can't. Hold on. And it's probably Curler instead of Kohler. So yeah, when did I get this card? November 2022. So yeah, I that was a long time ago. So I must have just thought it was a decent. So I won one reward in All-Star Super Rare and then a bunch of cap 240s, which is fine. I mean, he's a left back. It's a forward card. But anyway, the reason why I feel bad about that pick is because that's one of these that I've had that card for a while. And when I was doing all my in-season accounting, I kind of was saying that cards that I owned previously, I don't count as part of the cost because I already had them. But it also is I wouldn't have bought a Kohler limited forward card. So, and it doesn't fit in with everything, but it is what it is. I did it. Paula said, I went with the Gent goalkeeper defender and a Genk midfield forward, Mertens captain and extra, but he let me down. I think the Gent combo was very reasonable this week. Gent were away to Dender and Genk home against Leuven. So yeah, and Sparta were away to Heracles, both two bad teams. So it was kind of yeah, they could get a clean sheet. Who knows? So checking out my results here, the Division 2 lineup was ruined somewhat by the Matt Smets red card, which happened fairly early on in the game. 6th minute. I haven't seen what happened. Frankly, I don't care. It happened, and I was just like, oh, that's a bummer. And the reason why this is a bummer, even more so for me, is that I bought a Smets rare card as well because of this matchup. And as you can imagine, that lineup did not do particularly well. But Genk ended up with a clean sheet. Penders 73, KMB just under 69, thanks to a, what do we think? Clearance off the line? Yep, clearance off the line. Way to go. And Haspelat had 72 points with no decisive, just a classic 37 AA, just churning it out like the goat that he is. Just look at his, let's see. L15 starts is 60. One bad game was away to Bruges. Somehow Westerlo scored 3 goals and he had nothing to do with it. And then what is that first game? Away to Liège, he had a yellow card, but everything else is like very green. And so anyway, that was great. And then Stoikers scored a goal as well. I believe they had a penalty, which he did not take. O took it, who I didn't play. And because he drew it, which, you know, GG's, whatever. But like this lineup could have done really well. As you can see here, I was 14 points away from a reward. So like I didn't even get a box, I don't think. And I didn't get promoted either. Let's check that. Here we go. So yeah, I finished with 300. That lineup finished with 381 points, and 396 is promotion, which obviously like this no Smets red card. And it's not like I was the only one with Smets. Let's not like pretend like that would have changed everything for me, but it does feel like it would have changed a little bit. And then, so the Division 3, the Gent lineup finished very well. Oh, and that didn't finish. There's still a couple games right now, and I probably shouldn't do this until after the game week is over, but like, whatever. I can't change anything at this point. But they got a clean sheet, 70 for Rofe, 89 for Watanabe, which thanks to the XP on that card and collection bonus gets him to an even 100. So that card has 12.5% thanks to the collection score. The collection bonus and level 5. The Watanabe card is actually one that I bought not as part of the like Neon Christmas special. So you notice like I have a lot of Neon Christmas cards, and then I bought a few just on the secondary market, including Rofe, which the reason I did that is because they already had not like decent XP, but they were higher than 0, which is what I bought. When you get every other card, it's 0 XP. And it just felt like if I was going to be able to, like, they were going to have the 5% collection bonus along with the XP they already had, then I was able to catch up. And really, these were the 2 cards, Rofe and Watanabe, that I was hoping would be like as strong as possible. The other ones I considered were Gandelman a little bit, which I considered not even opening because the wrapped card was a defender. But then Delord Sniper too. Everyone else is just kind of filler. Fenerbahce, the danger team. Tadic with a decisive. But Fener conceded already. Well, that's like a lot going on there. Let's see what we got. 19 minutes in, already 1-1. Let's see. I have Tadic somewhere. Oh, there he is. Again with a Gent stack. Is that going to get me in? Let's see. All right, we got a tier 4 there. Sorry that looking at a rare lineup here, but we can keep going. 1 point from a tier 3. All right, let's go do some. There we go. I don't think we can get to a podium, can we? 85 more points. That seems like a bit of a stretch when he's not even captain. Anyway, so this lineup is currently 6th in Division 3. It is currently winning $30. Who knows where it finishes? It's 0.54 away from the next, or excuse me, 0.84 away from the next highest. Jacob Briam, hat trick, captain. I told Harry Trades that he would score 100, and he was like, nah, Friday curse. And I was like, no, forget the Friday curse. He's going to score 100. And we were both wrong. But I'll take 97. And anyway, Kohler got an assist. Heerenveen won 4-2 away. Why not? So anyway, this one is getting promoted to Division 2. So next game week, I'll have 2 Division 2s in Challenger in season. And obviously the hope is to get to Division 1 and win it. But kind of like running out of like really good matchups. Like Genk home against Leuven is like the perfect opportunity. And thanks to this red card, that didn't get me into Division 1, which is really frustrating. And then the last lineup, anyone who is familiar with Sparta knows that they just love to kill dreams. And so 91st minute, they concede. The game only lasted 94 minutes. Super frustrating. I know nothing about this game. Maybe they had no right to even be this far in the game. They did have a red card in the 90th minute, and it looks like they scored Heracles scored right after. Irdhusen, the early 29th minute yellow card, which kind of like capped him. Bangora, yeah, I'm almost certain 20 minutes, didn't even start. So like, obviously I lucked into this one. Like a sub clearance off the line, but we take it. Dellard Sniper 43 in Gent, 0-0 draw to Dender, and then here's the Kohler. I captained him, so obviously that helped. And I don't think this one got promoted. Oh, it did. Oh well, we'll see. 350 is the promotion line, and I'm at 358 right now. So it would be nice if that one got promoted, just because more lineups in Division 1 is the key. DJ19 says, if you want to feel pain, check what the D3 lineup would have won if you were in D1. So the thing is, I'm not in D1. So like it not that it like doesn't matter, but I mean, 489 is going to win a lot in a lot of places. So like I'm not going to like be like, oh man, if only, or, oh, I hate divisions. Like I know that Division 1 is almost always going to be easier to win than the other divisions. Yeah. So 490, what was I? 498, 489, excuse me. Yeah. So that gives me third place in Division 1. It would have won me Division 2, but I'm in Division 3. And frankly, so Division 3 winner right now is at 512. But like, it is what it is. And also, I could have played this lineup in Division 2. I chose to play it in Division 3 because I went with the Genk lineup in Division 2. And so it's kind of like, and obviously there are bits and pieces, but like I wasn't going to play like the Genk lineup, the Genk matchup was way better from an attacking standpoint and a defensive standpoint than Gent. And so I was never going to play like Penders, Smets with Gent guys, and then Rof, Watanabe, Haspelat, Stoikers, and Brium. Was he the last one? No, I've lost my... Like, I just wasn't going to do that. And so I can go with the rabbit hunting situation, but it wasn't going to happen. And so, I mean, again, I get another lineup into Division 2 as long as this stays. I'm sorry, I definitely get Division 2. And I'll have another one in Division 3 if this holds. And it's all I can do. It's all I can do to work my way up to Division 1. Varacozo from Twitch, thanks for watching there. Quick question. First year playing Sorare, when the season nears the end, is it worth saving essence to craft next season's in-season cards, or is that not how it works? You certainly can, but I say that, and who knows if tomorrow's update and they'll say, oh, essence is season related and whatnot. So I don't, to the answer to your question is, nobody knows. We haven't had a summer with essence. So I would say wait until the announcement tomorrow if there are any changes, but theoretically you could. Nobody's forcing you. There's no expiration date on essence as of now. And so if you wanted to save it, you could. Now, granted, you could also wait, if it's, let's say, Challenger essence, like, because we're talking about challengers, or if it's Challenger essence and then you craft in July, you could get an MLS card, which you could have crafted in February or March anyway. So we'll see. But yeah, I would pay attention to the update next season, tomorrow. So the other fun thing about my limited cards is that Liga MX was back. Oh, did I go into... I didn't even make any Challenger Classic lineups. How about that? But we played some Contender. Liga MX is back. I had a Tigre stack and an Acaxa stack and a few like random cards from other places that I've gotten over the years because I'm a Contender guy. Plenty of River Plate cards waiting to be played in Classic. Who knows? The Argentina Superliga starts in 2 weeks. Hold on, I got to take this off the screen. If there's anyone from Sorare watching or listening, I am begging for an update on the Argentina Super League cards for this season. The season starts in 2 weeks. Obviously, you're not doing early access cards like you did for all the European seasons or European leagues. And frankly, I get it. However, there is a passionate community of Sorare players who love the Argentina Superliga that are thousands of miles, even more thousands of kilometers away from Argentina, and they adore this league. Any update on whether we will get new season cards at any time would be wonderful. And maybe we'll get that tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so back to Contender. So Tigres didn't have a great matchup, but it was good. Home against away to San Luis. So I jammed this stack into my top division, which was Division 2. Nahuel Guzman, Jesus Angulo, Fernando Gorriarán. I bought a Nicolas Ibanez limited as well, and a Juan Bruneta midfielder card, all in season. And I did this because I basically started building a Tigres collection because I think Tigres are going to be pretty popular. I've got it at 3%. It would cost me like $20 to get every single card. And for some reason, I just can't get myself to do it. It's at 3% right now. I'm not missing anyone I really want to play is the problem. And so I'm fairly certain all of the cards are under $2 on instant buy. The ones that I don't have, at least. Oh no, I don't want manager sales. Sorry. Tigres, I got to take this out. The cheapest one is Felipe Rodriguez at $1. And let's see, Bruneta, I already have these 4. And I might have Pizarro too. Do I? Maybe I don't have Pizarro. So, I mean, but like $3. I think I have Aquino 2, 5, 7, 10. Like it's really not that much money to like in the budget that I'm playing Sorare. I could get this to, and actually, so the problem is that I can't get it to 5%. Adding the rest of these cards doesn't get me to 750 collection points. And literally that's why I don't do it. There are only 22 players in the whole collection. They have no special edition cards. They have no rookies. And all of the jersey mints are already gone. And so I can't get like first owner jersey mints or one-ofs. And so it's like, do I want to spend the money to get to 4%, knowing that a lot of people can't get to 5%? And I guess I should look at, let's see, Nahuel Guzman. Wait, hold on. This was my card. So it's got 12%. I bought it for $8. I think I've already gotten all my return here. Level 8. Yeah, so I'm at 12%. How many 12% limiteds are there out there? Of the, how many are there? 424 that are out there. Do I have like an advantage over anyone realistically? So there are 41 that have 12 or higher. I mean, this one is at 17. Surely this is a full collection. 750 exactly. No jersey mints, 19. I guess, because they've held them, because I'm not going to be able to hold them for the 90 days. That's why. Like, you can get to 5%. Let me rephrase. You can get to 5%, but it's not until like April. And it's like, why am I doing that? So anyway, did I lose that page already? I think because I clicked on my own. Here we go. So 41. I mean, I guess the idea is, I think the popular stack here is always going to be Guzman, Jesus Angulo, probably one of Juan Bruneta and Fernando Gorriarán, or both of them and some forward. And if you want to win, my belief is that you're not going to do it with a Liga MX forward. Certainly not with a Tigres forward. And so you need to separate yourself from that. For this game week, I didn't, as you can see, because I have a few others like classic forwards that I will probably use instead. But for this game week, they weren't playing, so I had to change. So anyway, I went with the Tigres stack in Division 2, the Necaxa stack that I have in Division 3, which is Ezekiel Unsane, Alan Montez, Augustine Palavecino, Jose Paradella, and then I had this Pablo Barrera card. I have this card in this year in rare, limited rare, and super rare, which is slightly embarrassing, but also, it's what I do. Whoops. Oh, wait, let me go to my own gallery. That's what I want to do. Can't type today, apparently. There he is. I think this is cool. It's fun. I definitely bought this for Cap 240. You can see I won the rare. But for Cap 240, let's see. I hit it twice. It's going to be scary what I paid for this card. $175. Whew. Felt like a steal at the time, to be honest. $120 in total rewards. So, I mean, is what it is. But anyway, so that's what I played in season, and I didn't have enough in-season cards to play another in-season lineup. So I just threw in this classic one with Andres Fernandez, who I've had for a while, Javier Aquino and Diego Lainez from that Tigres collection, the Super Rare Barrera, and then this Jeremy Marquez, which I also won years ago. And then in in Division 2. Oh, I'm sorry. They're both in Division 2, so it doesn't matter. I have another Unsane classic, Diego Reyes from that in-season Tigres collection. And then 3 cards that I've had for a while. Emmanuel Reynoso. This is actually the most profitable, is not the right word for it, but it probably is. This is the most profitable card in my gallery. Like, my biggest wins have come because of that Reynoso card. This is a Tony Watt jersey mint, which I can't zoom anymore. Can I try this? No, it doesn't work. And an Augustine Palavecino River Plate jersey mint as well. So, unfortunately, for those of you who are unaware, Jesus Angulo was ruled out after the deadline. Some sort of personal issue. What's going on here? Here we go. And so he didn't play. Strict DNP. And Tigres won 3-1. And the goal they conceded was thanks to an error led to goal for Nahuel Guzman, which is unbelievably painful when this happens to your goalie, because it is such a gigantic swing. It's obviously the negative decisive that puts you from 35 points to 15 points, but it also takes away the clean sheet. So, like, you would have had the positive decisive and gotten everything from that. And they were up a man for the entire second half. So, yeah, that was a gigantic bummer. To make matters even worse, the 2 highest scoring players on the team are 2 guys that I do not own, including the Jesus Angulo replacement, Jesus Garza, who banged 100. And so I went into this with this lineup thinking maybe I could win. Ibanez was the weak link, but honestly, there just wasn't that many like great plays in Contender. I considered buying a Vaclav Cerny. Let me rabbit hunt that one a little bit. Cerny was the only card I was considering buying. So yeah, he's 78 or scored 78, and he would have been in this Ibanez spot. It was like $7, and I was like, he doesn't play this upcoming weekend, and I needed a card for both. And I was just being petulant about it, and I didn't. And then Brunetta, who I captained, scored 25. Oops, sorry. Which is not good. For those of you who are new to Sorare, scoring 25.8 points is bad. And had a big chance missed. So it's another thing. It's like those little things. Brunetta scores on his big chance. Guzman doesn't commit that error. They get the clean sheet. And I'm still in trouble because Angulo didn't even play. And so if you go to my results, or you just look on the Sorare Data mobile app, you'll see that lineup was relegated. 16 points to safety, 213 points, deserves to be relegated with that few points. 229 was the line. And that's a gigantic hit because obviously that's now going into Division 3, where this lineup was. This one finished with 360 points, got me a box, 2-star box. So I assume this will be 1 essence. Let's see, or 2 essence, 65% of 2 essence. Maybe I'll get some market credits. Who knows? But yeah, that one was super frustrating. Or this one was. Because this Tigres stack I think is going to be very popular. And I just got to figure out a way to differentiate it. Because obviously, as we saw, there are plenty of people who have collections where, I mean, that one person was up to 17.5%. I might use some boosts on these cards because I have a bunch of limited boosts. Like Goryaron has been playing out of his mind, I feel like, this season. Where is he? This is level 8. So yeah, I can get this to level 11. That'll get it to 13.5%. Like, that's pretty good. Angulo, I bought these cards a while ago. So obviously it's so close to 8. So maybe when this gets to 8, I'll boost that one. And Nahuel Guzman is also pretty high. Yeah, so he just got to level 8 with Goryaron. So, I'll do those. The Brunetta one, I think I bought late, so I don't think he's nearly this high. And I'm still considering a Brunetta forward limited. Like, that'll be the classic one. The only thing is, I just bought this card 8 days ago. That's funny. The issue, obviously, is if I buy the Brunetta limited forward card, which when I was looking at this Cerny one, the Brunettas were like $14. And now the cheapest one is 13. Yeah, so it's almost the same. It's actually a little cheaper. But obviously the problem is if I buy that, then I can't play the midfield. So now then I have to I have to put in another in-season card in this lineup. Like, it would be Guzman, Angulo, Goryaron, Brunetta, which you could see. Like, I did it basically here. So this lineup is obviously a rare lineup. Didn't do anything because of that stupid error led to goal. But I was too cheap to buy Angulo, and I bought Pizarro and Reyes instead, and it lucked out for me. But obviously, I didn't get to benefit at all because they suck. But anyway, so those were the limited lineups that I had this game week. Thank you to everybody who just listened to all of that. And we'll go back to the chat here. Intero Z, I literally subscribed to Fanatics from Ireland to watch Argentina games. Yeah. Veracozo, is tomorrow's update supposed to be quite impactful on the game? They usually are. Gignac linked with San Diego today. I hate him, so let him go. Dean Iverson, what's up? Paulinho forward card. Yeah, I think Paulinho's I don't think he's a fraud, but he's so decisive dependent. And of course, he had 2 decisives this week. So get a deeper from Necoxa, says Mikey Baston. Mike, I have him in rare, I think. Yeah, there he is. But he's like allergic to AA. And you know me, I'm an AA guy. Mike Cock? Not sure where to mention this at least, but on my gallery, I can't filter the team jersey for RC Lons. Yeah, I don't think I think we don't have a team jersey on the gallery, which I agree is kind of frustrating. But if you could email support@soradata.com and just mention that would be really helpful. Thomas said, I had Georgios Giacomakis in the priority contender lineup. He unfortunately contracted a case of Montezuma's revenge right before the game started, apparently. Yeah, that's not great. I almost bought Giacomakis too. Yeah. Loriente had a decisive. That was another one. I was talking to Germ, yeah. Armand Loriente. I was going to buy I didn't want to buy Berardi because he was expensive, and I totally should have bought that card. Oh, that's frustrating. Berardi actually had a bad game. I think this one was was it even $10 for the forward? $5. Oh, they're all forwards. I might buy for this week. Mike Basson. So, is there something in the mentality psyche that makes you think it's okay to spend on collection pieces to boost Tigres cards, but not on that Cerny that would have helped more? So I actually wasn't going to buy an in-season Cerny. I was going to buy a classic because the price was so much cheaper, and the getting a collection of, where was he before, 20, like I had no interest in doing that, especially because you need to get a lot of cards because they're all in the secondary market. And so, yeah, there's not that. Matsuyama says Contender is dead. Please don't enter. Matsuyama's probably in Division 1, so like you don't even have to worry about me. Gory back to his Santos form. I hope so. Straight Up Crazy said, I'm surprised that an in-season Contender you need more than 400 for cash prizes, except for in Division 1. I mean, 400 is not that high these days. Bob C, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Red or Dead. Quinny. Cerny unsubscribed and left the chat. Quinny, I was explaining why I didn't buy one. Come back. Come back. When Contender J League, Laird? I'm not going to buy any classic J League cards. Like my Contender in-season limited plan is basically to run Tigres and Necaxa as long as I like in every single game week. Like I'm hoping that one of them has a good matchup each game week. And like I have a decent amount of good classic forwards for Contender, and which includes some J League guys. Forwards. So like I have Facundo Calidio from River Plate. I have a Cecina, Takashi Usami, Daniele Verde. Fitz is actually leaving now. He's going to Red Bulls, New York Red Bulls. I've got Hergoda, who's like fine. But like I think there just really aren't that many great forwards in Contender. It's as simple as that. And so like Cerny's obviously one. I do have a Nicholas Kuhn rare. Like if we just put in the other, like I probably won't be playing these guys down, to be honest. But like I have a Cecina rare from last season. Teo Bongonda. I've got two of those, so maybe I'll play those down. Who knows? I've got Felipe. Shout out to Maxime. I have a bunch of Tony Watt cards. So when he starts to get to some decisives, Benny Traore, I really like. I have a Jairo Torres who scored 60 something this past week. That would have been really helpful. But yeah, Daniele Verde. I think I've already built my lineups for. Oh yeah, and Christian Tahomey is at Santos now, which is absolutely wild. Yeah. Mike said, "Which J League team are you and Harry cursing this season?" I don't think I'm going to buy a J League. Like I'm not going to buy into a J League team. If anything, like I have the 2 Liga MX teams until May, and back to the Argentina thing, I will probably buy another River Plate collection or some sort of Argentina stuff to get through Contender. And like I don't want to make decisions for May or for June now. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's sort of the idea. And then going into this upcoming weekend, because I think it's important to look ahead. I've already made my lineups, I think. As I scroll down, do I not? Oh, here they are. Yeah. So the Tigres are at home to Mazatlan this weekend, which is like a huge matchup. This is why the relegation to Division 3 is so painful, because I think like this is the best matchup they could have. Angulo missed out because of a personal issue, so I'm hoping that means he's going to be back. It's not like there was an injury. And then I had, like I mentioned, Daniele Verde there. David said Inigo Vicente's answer. I looked at Vicente, like he's fine. Everybody's just fine. Like that's how I look at it. And anyway, Necaxa are at home against Chivas, and I do have two Daniele. So I'm basically playing a limited Daniele Verde and a rare Daniele Verde in Contender Division 3 in season. And I would have loved this Tigres matchup once I got to Division 1, home against Mazatlan is about as good as it gets in Liga MX, but it's just not meant to be. And so hopefully it gets me back to Division 2, and then I can go up to Division 1. And I don't know if I made my Challenger. And I haven't made Challenger lineups yet because of the Neon Special, which is supposed to be this week, meaning this weekend, excuse me. The Neon Christmas Special, where you need 5 Neon Christmas cards. And they also have this specialist. Is the Neon one in the lobby yet? So they have specialist, and they're supposed to have the Neon Christmas specialist, but they haven't put it in yet. Excellence in motion. What a weird one. But anyway, does this require, so 4 in-season cards in this one to pay cash. So maybe I'll play actually specialist max 2 from the same team. So yeah, maybe I will, maybe I'll prioritize this one a little bit more instead of Division 3. Obviously, it's funny. Somebody was mentioning on Twitter, they had like a very good in-season lineup, and they were basically asking if they were playing this, what looked like a very good in-season lineup in Classic Division 1. And they were saying they were playing it there because they only had Division 3 and 4. I think it was 3 and 4 entries. Maybe it was 4 and 5. I don't know. In season, they were like, the upside of Classic Division 1 is so much higher. And I can't argue with them. And the problem is that it seems like there are a lot of people who are complaining about being in Division 4 and not playing division, like trying to get promoted out of Division 4. And so I'm now walking myself into that with like, oh, do I break this lineup up and play it in specialist, or do I just play it in contender, excuse me, so that I can move up? Philly Dilly said, I hate the idea of a good in-season team in Classic, even if Division 1 versus Division 3. I kind of agree. That's one of the things, like Harry Trade said that to me before. I assume it was for Jacob Briam that I was playing in U23, and he only has, or the only Briam cards I have are in season. And he was like, how are you playing in season cards in U23? And yeah, I probably shouldn't. But since this is actually, let me just make another draft. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at this. I had an LTO already, which I bet are, so I was actually trying to make this already. So I've looked back at this, and I'll probably have to change Tornuga. Do I have 2 of them? Yeah, is the Neon Christmas a multi-entry? Let's see, was this specialist one? Oh, the specialist one is multi-entry. 1872, is that not the Neon rules for the specialist comp? I think the rules are the same, just one is the Neon Christmas cards, and then the other is any in-season cards. And so it's almost like it makes it harder. Did that populate yet? In-season specialist. So like the plus side is, Mike said, I think the Neon comp was 1 shot. All right, we'll see. Whenever wasn't it on the blog? That's going to take too long. Hold on. Latest news. January. Permanent All-Star Neon Special. 2 entries in the Neon Special. Unless Neon Christmas Special Limited. Yeah. And then in-season special. Yeah. So it's 2 entries. So this is where my earlier decisions are coming to bite me in the ass. That like the Davy Rofe card that I bought is not special edition, not a Christmas edition. And the same with Watanabe. So I can't use them in the Neon Christmas. I can obviously use them here, but is what it is. So this is the in-season specialist. So I don't want to use any of my Neon Christmas cards here. D1872 says goalkeeper shopping man. So that is my plan. I was trying to keep it separate, and you guys kind of saw that before. I was just like saving it in All-Star. All-Star limited. Yeah, let's just do that. Because my Barkas card is a Neon Christmas, and if he doesn't start, then I still have, who was the other guy? Brower. My Brower card is also Neon Christmas. So I can play like one of them. They're home against AZ, which is not ideal. But you're right. I'll probably end up buying a card. Smets obviously is dust now. And like my whole plan was ruined, to be honest. So so this one I bought Kleinhansel when they announced the Neon special. I think I just looked ahead and see what it is. If anybody knows why he didn't play this past weekend, that would be really beneficial for me. Great start there, Laird. And then I was going to buy some Gent guys, and they were kind of expensive. The prices have dropped a little bit. I was actually looking at Vanaken last night. Nobody is selling a Christmas edition. Frankly, I wouldn't either. But when I bought, sorry, I meant to go to Jashari. When I bought the Jashari card, what was the date of this? December 2nd. And I'm pretty sure I paid half of this, half of the 1848. But I think, let's see, December 2nd, how much was Vanaken? Somebody paid $59. Obviously, this was the day that they announced it. Maybe this was also the buy one, get one. But I was like, I'm not going to spend that much. Now he's the same, or actually, that's not the Neon. But no, it doesn't matter. Nobody's selling Neon's one anyway. Egan said he was suspended. Oh, great. That was Kleinhansel, not the other guys. Wait a minute, but didn't that say? He was a sub, though. Oh, you guys are talking about Smets. I'm sorry. Smets is able to play at the weekend. They play midweek, and the suspension won't carry over to the weekend game. Dia Egan, you are my favorite person now. Ricomon, I have no idea where the Neon special is. Okay, that's fun. So anyway, I bought those, and then I bought a Di Maria because Benfica have a really good matchup. And I don't even remember what else I bought, but obviously somebody from Genk and Gent. Like I do have people from that. But in terms of the specialist, I'm glad we went through all of this together, because now I'm just like really not sure what to get. What were the rules again? They changed the rules slightly. It's only one player 45 or below, which is kind of nice. Of course, Olai is one of them. Let's see here. So Olai can be my below 45. Genk are away to Mechelen. That's not terrible. I probably don't want to play another Sparta player because they're just so painful. Archie Brown, that's a Neon, so I might try to save that. Mikolenko is a Neon card, but Everton are home against Spurs. That doesn't seem that exciting. This is ugly. Mike said tomorrow they'll announce the cancellation or the delay of the special so we can have our first meltdown of the year as we bought cards on the games in game week 45. Honestly, I would. Victor said, I don't think those changing of the rules is nice at all. 2 less than 45 would make for a lot more differentiating teams. I think there's plenty of differentiation. in both competitions. So let's get back here. Rofe, Watanabe. That leaves me only one, right now, only one player over 60. I don't think, are they going to update the, I wonder if Rofe will have his L15 change. I don't know. D1872 said maybe this is when you break up the Tigre stack. I definitely could do that. Like I could play Brunetta and Goriaron. Does that make 60, 60? And then unfortunately I need a forward who's 45 or below, which in Contender is actually quite easy. Steven Berghuis, away to Heerenveen. That's a pretty fun lineup, guys. Oh man. Pablo Barrera home against Pumas. That's not that great. Tebow Summers. Look at how much yellow that is. That's amazing. Anyway. Let's save that one for now. And you're right. Like maybe, obviously, in the short term, the ability to use these cards to possibly win $1,000 and a limited premium box, which will just give me 3 level ups. There's still, it's so annoying to see a cash competition with level ups. Anyway, maybe this is the game week we just not try to max out and win it, because like Contender Division 3 top prize is $60. Okay, that's that. Like, obviously we don't do that. Jacob Briam is over 60, home against Groningen. Now that obviously breaks up what I could possibly do in Challenger. And in Challenger, do I have Division 1s? I can't remember if I do. Super rare. Where are we here? Yeah, I didn't get promoted to Division 1. Man. $320 top prize. It does seem a bit silly to not play these guys, right? Haspelot away to Antwerp is not great. Stoikers. Oh, I can't play both of them, right? Because Stoikers, it's only 1 over 60. Hallian said Gvardiol is 45, L15 playing Ipswich, and I have a neon. That sounds great. That sounds like exactly what you want to do. All right, so I got to pick one of Briam or Stoikers, except Briam is a neon. So maybe we play him in the neon classic or the neon special. So that means Stoikers goes here. And maybe we play Angulo. And Necaxa's matchup is okay. Sparta just so bad that it's like difficult to even pick a player from Sparta. Ugh. Palavicino's over 62. That's a too bad, because then I can't play him and Stoikers. Delorge Kniper, that's a neon, so I'll probably save that. Let's see. Yari. This is starting to get ugly, unfortunately. Tom Hay, home against Heracles. And you can't have one classic card, so maybe you can have 2 players over 60. We were just talking about that, weren't we? Palavicino goes in. And now it could be whoever. That's Curler, is that a neon? No, I've had that one for a while. I mean, Smets is still there, but do I run the gank defensive stack somewhere else? Julian Green. Firth have been so bad. That's the problem. Do we just play do we just stay on brand and just play Haspelot? Javier Aquino. I bet, let's see. Do we just go with the full Necaxa midfield at home and hope they just smash their faces off? And then, wait, hold on. What does that leave us for Contender? Contender in season. I can still play Guzman, Nahuel, and Aquino, and Brunetta, because I was only playing Goriran, right? Oh, did I play Brunetta somewhere else? Anybody said, is it 45 and less or less than 45? Regardless of what they say, meaning, well, let's see what they say. The rule is 45 and below, but that doesn't mean that that's what they say. An average of 45 or below. Okay, so they got that right. Or an average of 60 or above. Yeah. The 1872 said, don't forget in Contender, you don't have Celtic, etc. The Scottish League is out that week as the cup game. Yeah, I mean, I don't play Sorare with any Celtic fear whatsoever. Take that as you may, but I don't do it. All you need to do with that D3 side is to get it to D2. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Let's hold on. Is that all we have? Because I've used all my Contender cards. And I was going to play Verde anyway, right? Now I'm going to have to buy somebody from another player from Tigres. All-Star, was this the neon one? Yeah. So we still have Kleinhansel, right? Brower at 64 seems like such an incredible waste. That's so annoying too. But this was 5 Neon Christmas, right? So it's got to be something like this. That's not too bad. And then for Challenger in season, who knows what's going on with... Oh, wait. Oh, right, because we used Rofe in the other one, right? That we did? Did we use Rofe? Oh, I need a sub 45. That's right. Thanks, Toby. You're right. Ironically, I think it's Barkas. I thought he was sub 45. Yeah. Barkas. Oh, that's so annoying. What was his problem again? Oh, good call. It was Briam here. And then I'll just captain him to stay on brand. Looks like you're buying big Regis Gertner. Ugh. Is that really what we're doing? So I need to get another in-season Contender card because theoretically I'm playing... Does this one make sense? Rofe, Watanabe, Brunetta, Berghaus, and Goriran. So playing both of these guys, I mean, I don't know if I need to do that, because if I take Brunetta out, who I think he's the one that's probably not as good, and I can play him here to get me to hopefully back into Division 2. And then the other one is Olai, who's the under 45. Angulo, Palavecino, Stoikers, and Paradella. That seems reasonable. Obviously, using Olai here means I can't use him in Challenger. Victor said, looking you finishing of half teams in the builders just completely a mirror me every deadline. I keep I do drafts all the time, and yeah, I keep them kind of just empty for a while. All right, let's do Penders and Smets. Smets, there we go. And I'll play Kayembe because I pretty much always do, like with those together. We need an in-season, like Haspelot is there. Away to Antwerp is like a terrible matchup. Like, I'm not going to hide that. I guess we have Elawadi, who's been really, really good. Pico Player says, will Padilla be number one? I have his Neon edition with a low L10. He should be, but I don't know if he's like, at some point he will be. Yes. I don't know if he is right away. Meaning, I don't know if he's been cleared, but that you should have an option there. Yes. Elawadi. And then, so because we don't have Briam here or Stoikers, who do we have? Negley at home against Walwick. It's not bad. In fact, that might be the only thing I have. God, that's ugly. And I'm going to captain Smets just to like stick it to everyone else, right? That's how we do it. And I actually don't even think I have another Challenger in-season opportunity, do I? We used Olai, Rofe, and Penders. D1872 says, do you not have two Briums? I have two rares. Yeah, so those are all, that's all I got. So who are we missing from this perspective? Limited. So the guys I'm not using, Kohler at home against Ajax, Haspelot away to Anderlecht, El Kaurani, God, still can't get that done. Home against AZ, which is not great. Why did I think Torun, I don't know how you say this guy's name. Torunega had 100. I don't know why I thought does he not usually start? He starts all the time. No, not all the time. 68 AA. Down a man. Triple, and a clean sheet. That'll do it. 4 tackles, 1, 6 net duels, and 3 interceptions. GG's. So I'm not using that one, obviously, at least in Challenger in season. And then I'm not, Delorge Sniper I'll try to use in, like, I don't know how competitive the Neon Special will be. Like if I play Brown, Delorge Sniper, Tornun, whatever his name is. That Neon? Oh, yeah. And then I need a forward Neon. Oh, wait. Davidashvili. He's a, yep. I knew DeLarge Sniper. That's right. I knew I bought that Davidashvili for this game week. I mean, this is not bad, right? Like matchup wise, 3 guys who are home against as full Gent. Not full, but 3 Gent guys. Oh, I can't play 3 Gent guys. That's why. Gah. And I still need a goalie. 1872 said, to be honest, the PSV Neons will smash away to Zwolle. Maybe. I mean, who knows? And Brouwer, Well, it's either, yeah, I need Barkas back. Toby keeps trying to get me to buy Regis Gertner. How much is he? Who do they play? Bastia? Oh, my God. I do not play limited champ, Toby, but I bought that Davidashvili because I'm an idiot. $2.72. My God, look at this. Why did this happen? All right. Well, I mean, worst case scenario. Oh, no, because it's got to be neon. $3. Are there others? Gotta be kidding me. Mike said, buy him if Toby buy. I mean, I assume Toby has one already. I mean, he's got a 50% reward rate on this card. I don't know. Yeah, this Davidashvili is very out of place in my gallery, for sure. So I can't play Tornug. Let's see. I think El Crony I've had for a while. Yeah, I could probably these Utrecht guys. Why would you play them? Hersovsky. All right, I could play him right after he was benched. Holsager's hurt again. $3 is your entry for the 1,000. Stop being a tight ass. I'm not sure this lineup is winning 1,000 is the problem. He's probably only winning like 300. You ever go through your the lineup builder and you like keep scrolling looking for a guy, fully like looking for somebody to be better, fully knowing that it's like organized, and I guess the pick scores aren't here, but like knowing that the further you go the worse the card is, and yet you still scroll like maybe I'll find one. Is Karetzis going to start? That would be fun. That could be interesting because he's a 45, and then I don't have to buy Gertner. Oh no, he's not Neon Christmas. Man, I knew that was going to come back. Toby said all the time that every now and then you do find one. Yeah, it's usually like some guy who's like back from injury and it like not everybody knows yet. Man, this is ugly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This wasn't meant to be a lineup building show. Although I guess it kind of becomes it. That's the point of this one, right? So theoretically, I guess I could play this El Awadi because that's a neon card. Let's see what that looks like. Obviously, I would need another midfielder for that lineup, Haspo, just because he smashes everywhere, and I'll hear nothing otherwise. $3 to win 300 isn't good enough for you. Wow, you've changed. That's fair. I didn't even think of it that way. You're exactly right. I should just buy it. I could also not buy it. Who did I just take out of this lineup? I've already forgotten. It was the Genk guy. Here he is. This makes me more willing to buy Regis. I'm looking at this upcoming schedule as if I have any idea what what that is. Let's go down a market rabbit hole for those of you who are not Sorare Data Star members and are not sure how some of the benefits here. Here are some of the benefits. I'm going to go through the live market, seeing all the limited in-season goalies that play this weekend that have an L15 below 45 and below. Whoops. 45 and below, not 45 and above. Apply. Filter. And let's see who's out there. Oh, actually, let me see if this will work. I want them to have an L5 greater than 0, or L15, excuse me. So these are kind of our options. Unai Simon? Just as Toby found him. Oh, man, that is nice. So it's like, do I want to pay $30? Oh, actually, hold on. That wasn't a neon card. Pico player says the goalie from Leicester, if he still plays, which is funny because I'm trying to sell his rare. Unai Simon, hold on. Did that not work? Or is this just taking a while? This should show me all of the cards that are on the secondary market. There we go. There is a wrapped Christmas one. So you know that's a Christmas one. The floor is $31 for an in-season. So this is $6 extra. So there are a couple, but not many. Vanderberg, yeah, is now at Genk. Germ said Warlison at 0, but just back from injury. Not sure if his U23 replacement has impressed enough. Yeah, I don't. De Kaiser is a strong pick. No Christmas cards on the. De Kaiser's never a strong pick. That guy stinks. Bilo is 14. Mike, we don't have card edition on this. I don't think it. Neon. The neon cards don't show up as special edition because they're not. Let's see. Bizot away to Rennes. There's the Leicester guy. There's Dennis Vasquez, someone pointed out. He's at, was it got at the start of the season? Where is he? Empoli? And they're home against Lecce? Is that who they play? Oh, it's Inter. I was looking at, that's so funny. I was looking at the Empoli badge thinking Lecce, no less. Charlie said Mamardashvili, which, like, from a vibes perspective, playing with Davidashvili is probably not a bad idea. Ederson, is he back? I'm not going to do that, obviously. Labrovich, did he start this weekend? I remember at the deadline show they were talking about whether he would. Nope. Interesting. God, these guys are so bad. Plogman just got benched, right? I don't know what the deal is with that. Herdeshki is home against Gladbach. Ugh, these are ugly, guys. Kobel away to Frankfurt. There's Bilo. Is Bilo, like, is he back? Willem 2 away. And then Eredivisie doesn't play 47. And then away at Ajax. And then home against Sparta with these Champions League games in the middle. Rui Silva might play for Sporting. Does Bilo even have neon Christmas cards? Oh, he does. $14. Did that Rui Silva deal go through already? $15. Who do they play? Oh, that's not going to show up. Let's look up Pote. Who do they have in game week 45? Rio Ave away. Jas said Mo Israel will be the keeper for Sporting. Ricomon said that Rui Silva had his medical yesterday, but who knows? But yeah, this is what we have to deal with. Looking at random stuff like this. And I will say the more that I go through guys like this, and it's just like, do I want to spend this? Here's that buy low. And it's like all of a sudden you're like, is Gertner that bad? Did Majecki come back? Oh, he's still not. Oh, he's a sub. Interesting. Rio Ave is a windy stadium. Is that good or bad? Ramsdale. Oh, anyway, it's Monday. They haven't even put this thing in the lobby yet. I'll probably end up buying a card and then they won't even play. Who does Mamardashvili have? Real Sociedad. Also, Larsener to go with your Davidashvili. Yikes. Another thing, when you do sort use the filter for the game week, it'll show the matchup for the game week, which is really nice. Yeah, Wellenreuther, but he's done now. There's Majecki. There's really nobody exciting. Obviously, we're looking at goalkeepers who are 45 and below. Do I just spend for Andre Onana? Did you see NBA for week 44? I did see that, Joe. I have there's nothing there that I want to win. So I'm not going to play that one. That's like the tall guy special. Livakovic, however you say it. Don't spend on any United player, says Man United Toby. Ricomon said, I'm using Onana. I mean, is he that bad? Where was he? $38. I'm not sure I want to spend that much. I can assure you I don't. I think I'm not going to get 10 times the points. I mean, I guess I could. I was going to say Onana versus Gertner. Does Gertner, I feel like he hasn't shown up yet, but maybe it's because he's so bad that he doesn't even have an L5 of 10. Yeah, anyway, that's something we'll have to deal with. Anybody who's listening to this, I apologize. It's just me scrolling through the secondary market on Sorare data, looking for anything that'll pop out. And I'll say, oh, yeah, I definitely want to buy that card. And it's really just a huge exercise to somehow not spend $3 on a Regis Gertner. What's funny about it, and I'm going to predict this right now, today, I'm not going to buy this Regis card. And then I'm going to spend like $7 on it Friday morning. Cottage goal. Ooh. That's fun. Anyway, so that's what we got. That's my limited time only. That's all we got. And actually, while we're here, I think I had vote. So what did Genk play midweek? Is it a cup match? Against Bruges on Wednesday. And so Smets is able to serve his suspension there. So what I'm going to do, I actually went in already and put in his lineup projection for next weekend and said he was going to be out, but I didn't realize that. It's going to take too long to. What's going on here? Let me try that again. I'll just go in and change my lineup projection for the weekend because I had him as out, which I do sometimes when I know guys are out. But obviously I was wrong about this. So I assume he starts. And who knows about everybody else. As a reminder, if you want to participate in the projected lineups competition, we give out some big prizes. Looks like Carl Poto Ekambe is going to win a star rare as of now if they keep it up. And that's pretty cool. Star rares are cool. Or if you're just kind of like, I don't really know much about that, and you go into a specific league, like you just know La Liga really well, you can win star limiteds, all for being really good at lineup projections. So yeah. So it's you sabotaging the big score. According to the Discord, he isn't actually even suspended for the cup game either. Well, hopefully that Discord can get it all figured out before the weekend. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you to everybody for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. If there's anything particularly about limited cards or limited competitions that you would like me to talk about on limited time only, I'm happy to do it. So yeah, just hit me up either in the comments of this video or on Twitter at Andrew M. Laird. I'm on Blue Sky, but I never check it, so I apologize if somebody sent me a message there. And you can also find me on Discord at Andrew M. Laird. And I'll be back tomorrow, if you're listening to this on Monday, with Harry Trades to talk about the D1 of the update, gameplay update. I don't even know what it means. Nobody knows what the D1 means. Hopefully we find out tomorrow. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming, and don't forget to go outside.